Welcome to another podcast with ScoreBoard Gaming. We're the ScoreBoard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
I'm Mitchell.
Not him.
And we're going to be talking about games and how they're released years ago, and
Why they fucking suck now.
Bullshit.
yeah. That's all we have to say. Bullshit.
See you later.
That's it. But yeah, no, it's come to probably everybody's attention, at least everybody who's been gaming for years and years, that games are not releasing what they used to be doing. And this is both in terms of physically what you get with the game on the outside and what you get in the game, whether it be maps, campaign, characters, unlocks, you name it. So just to start things off, maybe we'll talk about what games used to be like years ago. And I mean, everybody's played GTA. Well, I'd say most people play GTA, and they're still been very, very good with it. But games used to release books, maps, posters. I mean, I mean,
San Andreas that you got the poster of that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool backside. Yeah. When your parents come in the room, you turn the map around to the other side.
and threw the sock across the room.
Hit your parents in the face.
13-year-old Josh.
Oh, Jesus.
Very impressive.
But yeah, I was just going to say, right off the bat, first question, and this goes out to you two gentlemen and people that are listening, think to yourselves the same thing, but don't you ever buy a game nowadays in a cartridge, like whether it's PS4 or Xbox, and it just feels flimsy and not like there's nothing in it but the disc? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to like open it and be like, is there even a fucking CD in here or what?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, and I miss, just like Josh is saying, how games used to be like that not even that much long ago, and nowadays it feels like there's almost like there's not even a game in there. When back in the day you used to just love feeling the cartridge or like the like, you know what I'm trying to say, and and it would just feel like full packed to the brim with manuals, everything included, and it's just so much to read before you even start the game, but you liked to read it. You know what I mean?
That brings me back to like when we used to rent video games from the video store, and on the way home after your parents like took you to the video store, the whole time on the way home you'd read the manual.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah, and I mean, like nowadays you get this little flimsy thing which is like shorter than a note that you get like underneath your door from your like ex-lover. But like in the older days you used to get like Lord of the Rings with your game. It would take you like a week just to read through the whole thing, just to get the full idea of how to play the game. And I think like maybe it kind of makes sense, I guess, if we look at like technology wise, maybe we can fit more in the games like tutorials and stuff. But at the same time, it still is nice to have something physically in your hands, to look at. And maybe they're looking at, okay, maybe our games are being released to younger population, therefore, they're not going to want to read a book. Therefore, why do we want to bother? But at the same time, there's lots of older guys. Like I don't want to say like we're old, but I mean we go back to the times when we did enjoy reading the books and stuff, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I remember when I had, and like you guys know, and for you guys listening, you will now know, I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. It's probably my favorite series of video games ever. And I remember when the first one I really got immersed into was Oblivion. And I used to just, like, literally before I even started the game, I would just open the cassette. I can't even think of the word for what I'm trying to say, But anyway, you'd open up the thing
Case.
and the case, yeah, like, such a simple fucking word. You'd open up the case, the game case, yeah, and like the map, just the game manual is so rich, so thick with the story about the story. Every race in the Elder Scrolls games, all fully illustrated with color, not black and white.
And just remember, Evan needs pictures because he can't fucking read.
Yeah. And I would just like go to the bathroom and read that on the toilet for like an hour, and then go play the game. Like so excited to wipe and play the game.
And yes, his bells do take an hour.
He goes to the toilet when he wants, not when he's ready.
Yeah.
No, but have you guys even like realized like even hit pause in like games like NHL, UFC, and even there, the manual, when you hit the start button and go into like controls and game manuals, sometimes you don't even get the manual within the game. It redirects you to a website to go and read the manual.
Yeah, it's all digital.
It's
You're
like,
just like,
how
fuck
fucking lazy can you be not even to put the manual in your game?
How lazy are you not to go online and look at it online?
Counter argument. We have the devil's advocate.
Listen here, you fucking hipster. Go sit down.
No, and you know what, like Elder Scrolls is like I shouldn't say Elder Scrolls, but Bethesda. They've even been good up to like Skyrim and stuff. Because I remember even getting the map for that game, and it wasn't even the regular plasticky like paper type material. It was rough, rugged paper, almost.
Yeah, like an old parchment
similar.
or something.
Parchment, yeah, that you would think an old map would be on. I was like, this is Skyrim, guys.
Oh yeah,
This is
oh, yeah.
Skyrim.
Although, give them credit. Even for Fallout 4, they gave you the perks. The little Fallout guy.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had some good stuff inside the case. Yeah.
and this all comes down to what gamers like actually want and what the game developers think the gamers want. I mean, maybe they are just marketing the younger people who don't want to read a book, don't need it, and maybe they feel they're saving money and it's no big deal because not enough of the like demographic is complaining about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't really complain too much about a book, but I mean, physically, Evan could talk to you about this more, but there's some games that still take the time and effort to recognize their gamers and put stuff physically with their game to recognize that.
Yeah.
Especially with The Witcher, which like Evan was telling me, I didn't even pick up on until like Evan remembered me there.
Yeah. For The Witcher, yeah, it's just like, and this is a prime example of why a lot of just game companies just rush out their games and they give you these cases that just like I said, like the shit in the cases and everything. It's obviously the content's in the game, but you love this kind of memorabilia stuff that really just gets you excited to put the game in. So a lot of these people nowadays are just being chicken shit. And
I love it.
But yeah, so like The Witcher, like Josh was saying, I got off track, but like Witcher, just like Elder Scrolls, because of Witcher 3, Witcher is one of my favorite game series as well now too, even though I haven't played it all. But you open up the disc, the fucking case, god fucking damn it! You open up the case.
Told you couldn't read.
And not even more lie, I bought the collector's edition, but just the one that you would buy off the shelf in your Walmart or your store. You open it up and there's, I'm pretty sure it includes the soundtrack, like the CD in the case, which is a phenomenal soundtrack. A game manual, which is fully just lengthy as hell, to talk you through the game. There's like a compendium for the Witcher universe if you want to know more about the characters. And
thank you note.
Yeah, and there's a thank you note from CD. There's an awesome map as well too that even feels really nice. And yeah, like Mitchell said, from CD Projekt Red, the developers, there's a thank you note, and it's just so sincere, saying we thank you for allowing us to have jobs and do this. And you're just like, wow, I really can't wait to see what these nice ass dudes are giving me. And you play the game. For me, I was so satisfied, and that just was like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
And it was just one of those games that, like, once you bought the core edition of it, you just knew you got your money worth out of this fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And that's just like beginning of like that's just the top of the barrel. And I mean, like, The Witcher has a lot to the game, and it's like one of the few games out now that's so expansive that like you can't complain about it. It's not like a half-ass game, and that's the other side of the coin here that we're going to be talking about is like what's in the game that's lacking when games are released. Because I mean, years and years ago, you couldn't just have DLC because nobody had enough like internet speed to even download that shit. You had to release a game, you had to release it properly done. And nowadays, though, the game developers are rushing deadlines and releasing games with like even like Siege, Rainbow Six Siege. We were
5 maps,
5 maps, and like it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. There's no excuse for it, and except for meeting a deadline, which shouldn't happen.
I know.
It was a game that was rushed, and they were like, well, we'll give them 5 maps, a few characters. They'll fucking do something with it.
I know. And it's like, granted, I mean, we've had some we haven't picked that, and again, like, it's because of those like 5 maps that unless you want more, you're gonna have to pay for. But
it's repetitive.
We haven't picked that game up in a while, probably because of the fact that we just got bored of the maps, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and,
once they added the free DLC, it wasn't really free because I would have had to grind it, I'd say 20 hours worth of gameplay just to get the points to buy the new people and the fucking shit.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't want to play the same maps.
And that's it. And then on top of that, the game, I feel, just got released behind the Rainbow Six name, and everybody's like, "Oh God, this is amazing!" Because I mean, Rainbow Six
We played the shit out of that.
Yeah, amazing games. Had awesome campaign, and it also had like I'm pretty sure multiplayer modes like Manhunt and stuff like that.
That terrorist hunt where we went on that
Terrorist
CQC
Hunt.
map and just fucking grinded for 20 minutes like
And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I don't know, the game was lacking not only with content when it came to like maps and
no
your
campaign.
weapons and characters, and no campaign, but it was also even the gameplay felt like, oh, this feels just very generic. It like Battlefield has a very in-depth feel to combat. Like there's knifing and counter knifing and snipers. You have to watch like the bullets drop when you're firing and stuff. So
When
it
I
just
hear
felt,
the word siege, I expect like everything to be destructive. I expect everything to be an entry point. Where this game is just like they went for that and they didn't even realize they were way behind Battlefield. Every fucking wall in Battlefield is pretty much destructible, right?
and buildings collapse on you and stuff.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But I mean, that's just like to name one game. Like we're not just shitting on Siege just for no reason. We're just kind of picking it as an example. But there's many other games out there. Call of Duty is definitely part of that group. You definitely have. I think a lot of the shooters are definitely in that category, just because they can just release a few maps and call it a complete game, and then release the DLC later.
Yeah, and it's a testament to show that, like, you know, people are actually buying into the bullshit because they're releasing these games every fucking like year. You know what I mean?
Yep, and we got to stop pre-ordering games, because when we pre-order, we're basically saying like, take my money. I don't care how it looks. Just take it and give me the game.
And us ourselves, we're not ones to pre-order. We wait for the game. We wait to see reviews on it, and then based on that, we pick it up if we feel like we're interested in it. We don't fucking hand our money over to them right away.
Yeah,
because just setting ourselves up for failure that way.
Yeah, and I mean, there are like some games out there that will deserve to be pre-ordered. There's some companies that you just know this game is going to be good, and I'm not saying that Call of Duty has always been bad, but I mean, it hasn't been really the best game in a long time, you know?
They fell off somewhere around the lines. Like, Josh, you got your night vision goggles from one of them.
Yeah.
That's a dope fucking included thing for an edition. What was it, special edition?
Yeah, it was like some sort of special edition or whatever, but it was from Modern Warfare 2, and after that, the games, I'm pretty sure the game developers changed from Activision to Treyarch, or the other way around. I think it's the other way around.
One company handles Modern Warfare, the other handles Black
like
Ops.
World at War and the Black Ops and stuff like So it kind of gets like mixed up.
You have two chefs in the kitchen, and you're just like, you know, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You're trying to push games out to get money from them, but you end up making a big fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's unfortunate, and it really sucks. And it's not only seen just in the regular versions of the games, but we were saying the limited editions. Modern Warfare 2 got night vision goggles, and now the limited, or I can't remember even the name of it. It's like the limited special edition of Infinite Warfare is going to come with, you know, your season pass for the DLC, which shouldn't happen in the first place. It should just be given in the game.
Included, yeah.
And then it's going to be the soundtrack and a steel book, and it's just $119, $129. I'm pretty sure I got the night vision goggles.
Yeah, I know.
So it's just a little unreal.
And to go back to Witcher, Evan got this amazing statue with his copy of The Witcher, and he left it here in our so-called studio. And I'm looking up at it right now, and like that was definitely worth the money. Like that is gorgeous.
No, there's one drawback I'm not going to dive into. Mitchell, don't say anything. I'm so one of those, like, I got so excited about the game, The Witcher 3. So I pre-ordered the Collector's Edition, but it wasn't available in North America, only Europe. So I bought it from Europe, so it was pricey as fuck. But I'm not going to dive into how much it was, because I should have just waited for it to come to North America. Let's just say that. But regardless, it's all about content. Like for example, like Witcher 3 with CD Projekt Red. So much, like, the entire thing was in a huge fucking big box with a Witcher medallion on it. Came with a steelbook for the game, everything that you get in the store, but then it came with the Witcher medallion, like the Geralt wears, with the wolf head. It comes with the statue as well. It was it's like Geralt taking out a griffin, and it's a huge fucking statue. It's heavy.
Nice.
And and it came with a couple other things I actually can't remember, to be honest. It came with and like the statue came in a box, and it was obviously photocopy probably, but all the inside was signed by all the development teams, so it was really kind of cool.
I remember going back years and years ago, getting the old Assassin's Creed and Halo special editions, getting the helmet and the statues and stuff.
That was a sick helmet, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a shame to see, and I mean, it all comes down to it. It's good marketing what they're doing. They're getting the younger people who don't know any better to buy these things, and even they're getting the older generation by selling Infinite Warfare with the Modern Warfare, with the remastered. With the Infinite Warfare, so you have to buy the new Call of Duty game in order to buy the Modern Warfare remaster, and it's perfect though. It's perfect planning because I would never buy a new Call of Duty game, but now that it's doing the remaster, I'm considering it now. They're definitely smart with it. It's just I wish capitalism wasn't at work here, but yeah. So I mean, hopefully we'll see some improvements. I'm hoping that The Witcher will set up maybe games to come, and I hope that companies like Bethesda. And I mean, even companies that 343 Studios took over Halo, so hopefully they'll continue on doing things, that used to be done with their games, right?
Yep. Hopefully.
So remember, folks, stop pre-ordering.
Fight the system.
And anyways, that's it for us. We're the ScoreBoard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
Mitchell.
And I'm Evan.
Thank you very much.